the Nairobi Criminal Investigations Department has opened an investigation into the unfortunate and fatal incident at the Strathmore University yesterday. Now, the security drill that resulted to injuries and death has been criticized on various quarters, with many describing it as reckless. One staffer died and 20 other students were injured during the drill at the university yesterday. Now, the drill had been organized by the university and security agencies to test the students' alertness and response. However, the mock operation went bad when some students were not aware of it, jumped from as high as 4th floor thinking they were under attack. Well, we now want to speak to our Sharon Momanyi, who is currently at the Strathmore University, to get an update of what's happening there today. Sharon, thank you very much for joining us. Maybe you can tell us what events, what exactly is taking place at the university today.
Yes, good afternoon, Betty. Here at the university, at the Strathmore University, normal operations have resumed. Classes are going on as usual, but there is indeed that big incident that took place yesterday with a drill that went bad. One person lost her life, and many are still receiving treatment for injuries that were received and sustained during that drill. Now, a few minutes ago, the police spokesperson, Charles Owino, was speaking to journalists here at Strathmore University, and really what they were saying is that the school was reckless in carrying out, the drill. The drill was itself good intentioned, as it was a safety and security drill that is encouraged, just to determine the level of preparedness for disaster. But what the police spokesperson was saying is that the school did not inform the highest level of security officers, saying that really put in danger the lives of the students here, because as it is, the level of alertness for not just the students here, but indeed across the country is very high, Betty, especially following the recent attacks we've had on the country. So such a drill is bound to bring out really a lot of panic, and panic itself, which would cause and really led to that death yesterday, because the lady who died, died from sustained head injuries. And it's because of this that the police are saying that the school indeed, not pointing fingers, but saying they have a lot to blame because they did not, make them aware of the drill that was going on. Now, we know that in a statement yesterday by Strathmore University, the school says that it had informed the Langata OCPD, and it is a question that we posed to the police spokesperson, saying that then there is a police department that was aware of the drill, but they say that that is not protocol, and what they were supposed to do is to inform the highest level of officers, because as it is, in fact, when that happened, the police was ready to send the rapid response unit, saying that the situation could actually have gone worse than it was, Betty, if the police came to respond to it as an actual, terror situation. So just pointing fingers, saying that protocol was not observed in carrying out what was meant to be really a well-intentioned security operation, Betty.
Sharon, we also understand that the administration, university administration, is currently held up in a meeting. Maybe you can tell us what exactly do we expect from them once they come out and talk to journalists?
What we expect, Betty, really from the students here, the parents and the entire country, is answers really to how this was supposed to take place. Of course, it's very important to understand, in a normal or in a safe kind of, situation, how a security drill is supposed to take place, what kind of security measures are supposed to take, because a drill is supposed to bring an actual case of a disaster kind of situation or a terror attack. So there is that question of bringing to be a sort of an actual situation of a terror incident. But then what kind of precautions are supposed to be taken such that you don't have a real disasters and real, kind of consequences that was witnessed yesterday with people getting injured and a person losing her life. So there are questions that even the police spokesperson say that it's the school administration itself through its security department that is supposed to answer as how are they supposed to inform the students well in advance. And what Charles Owino, the police spokesperson, was saying is that students are supposed to be alerted well in advance that there will be a sort of, a drill, an operation, just to show what kind of response people would give in such situations, even if they're not giving exactly the date or what, but they should have had some sort of information, especially with the level of alertness. And that is the emphasis they are putting here, because the situation is really fluid as it is, because the country has really been faced with a number of attacks, and people are on that point where they are very alert to such kind of panic situations. And so they say that the level of recklessness by the school was that of not informing the highest level of officers who would have also been part of, implementing the security drill, Betty. So we await their communication to us after they come out of the meeting that they're having as a school administration now.
Right, Sharon, maybe just before I let you go, let's talk a bit about the students. Have you been able to talk to them? Yesterday, obviously, they were so terrified. And today, of course, having to go back to, the classes, and some of them actually had exams. Have you been able to talk to them, and what are they saying?
Mm-hmm. Betty, the level of panic really is you can feel it. It's quite high, such that some of them, they would not speak on camera, because really you can imagine the kind of fluidity that is at the university here now, especially having the perspective of such kind of an attack, not such kind of attack, but the attack that took place in Garissa University a few months back, one that killed 147 students. So students being in a similar kind of a setup, a university, a school setup, which was hit by this kind of a terror attack, you can imagine the sort of feelings and the panic that they are going through. So this is the feeling that is going on here now. But the classes are going on as usual. You can feel the panic, but they would not speak to media.
So thank you very much, Sharon Mamanyi, there reporting from Strathmore University, bringing us up to speed with what is happening there. As she has put it, classes are ongoing, examinations are ongoing, but of course there's still a bit of tension in the school. Well, still keeping with this particular